Hey, so this is part 2 of my birth story, and I wanted to talk about my experience birthing the placenta and then link that to in making empowered choices and that kind of thing. So, yeah, I covered her birth in part 1, and I'm sure I've missed out things, but it was brilliant, and I just really want to encourage people to look into their birth options and know that if it's suitable, you could have a home birth and have your friends, have your family close by. It's really nice and be in the comfort of your own home. So, yes. Um, Once Daphne was born, and we didn't know that she was going to be a girl, so that in itself was a really nice shock, and I was really shocked because me and my friends, we kind of thought that she was going to be a boy. I don't know why, but we had it in our minds she was going to be a boy. um so when it came to birthing the placenta, originally what I intended was I would have loved to have Daphne born and then the placenta to be birthed as well, and then for them to kind of just hang out for a bit because, of course, there's delayed cord clamping, but you know, the placenta has been just this amazing temporary organ throughout the whole pregnancy and birth that has supplied your baby with nutrients and gotten rid of toxins, and it's just really deserves recognition, so, and respect. And I really loved when I have seen the baby being birthed and then the placenta and then just really letting them hang out there for a while, and not cutting the cord until after both have been birthed. um, but it's so interesting, the choices we make in the spur of the moment, or just when things, it's a reminder to try and bring things back, to take a breath and just remember what you want and things. Because, of course, in the previous part of this story, previous video, I was talking to you about how I birthed Daphne and it took an hour, if not more. And the midwives, who were really amazing, were a bit nervous. I don't want to say nervous, but they told me that my uterus might have been a bit tired, and could they offer me the oxytocin injection, which I'd read about in my pregnancy. So when you give birth, the biggest hormone that's released is oxytocin, which is the love hormone. So that helps you and your baby connect, and that also helps to deliver the placenta. Um, and the NHS policies, they like the placenta to be delivered within the hour of the baby's birth. So mine was actually delivered 20 minutes after Daphne was born, and I did accept the oxytocin injection in my thigh. Oh. Which, looking back on it, I am kind of a bit gutted. I wish I'd given myself a bit, just some time, because I understand that I'd been pushing really quite hard, and for an hour, if not more, which we found out her her arm was like here on her head, so it was harder for me to push her out. But I just wish I'd kind of taken a breath in that moment and waited to see if my placenta would have come, which, I mean, I'd like to think I'm sure it would have come naturally. I understand, I know there are some cases of retained placenta, and I hadn't researched how common that was, but I know that if that happens, you do have to go to hospital, or if your placenta is retained for an hour, they like you to go to hospital. So I understand after such a nice home birth, even if it was in the hallway, it would have been gutting to then have to figure that all out at hospital. But I just wish I'd given myself a bit of time to think, I don't think I need this straight away, as in so soon after the birth. I would have liked to see what would have happened. And part of that process of the oxytocin injection is that they have to pull a tiny bit on the umbilical cord. And I really didn't like that, even though it's really gentle. It's like I felt it by just in the ribs of my in the cage of my ribs. Um, like I felt it by my heart, kind of. It was even a bit, it just felt tender there. So that is one part of my birth where I wish I'd had more time, or just not act so quickly But I mean, I know the whole thing was really successful and she was happy and healthy. So that's really all that matters. But if I had another child, I would definitely have a home bath again, and definitely try to, of course, I'd go with the flow, but I would make it more clear that I would not want the oxytocin injection, which I also think is because your body releases so much oxytocin, and I also think about how it's affecting all the natural things that are going on in your body. So it's this foreign thing that's been put in there. So I've thought about what difference does, I don't know how to voice that, but anyway. So that takes me on to the point about making empowered choices and knowing that throughout your pregnancy and your birth, it's all, you have the choice about how you wish your baby's birth to be. And if you're in a hospital, you can dim the lights, bring in fairy lights, you can be in whatever positions you want, you can ask not to have be monitored, or you can ask, you get to decide, and then the nurses and the doctors can guide you in your decision. So if you got to 40 weeks, you wouldn't have to accept a induction, for example. You could research women that are pregnant until they're 41 or 42 weeks, and some women are pregnant for 43 weeks. So you can find out basically everything you want and understand that you're the decision maker, and you have to provide your consent for anything that is offered to you. So I think that's really important, because maybe these days we don't really know, we kind of go along for the ride, but we might not know how much choice we have. And that comes under everything that's offered to you and your baby throughout the pregnancy and the birth. So I think that's really important to know, and also knowing that your body is really made for this. So trusting your body, understanding that it's nature's intention for you to have a good birth, and to really understand that there's only one way it's gonna go. I mean, you're gonna have to go give birth, and you might as well be positive and happy about it. And just see it as a really amazing experience that you're gonna have been a part of. And I just think it really is. Everyone knows what it's like, how babies are born, but then when I just think, wow, I can't believe that actually happens, and in 9-10 months they just blossom into a human, and then you actually give birth to them. It's just really crazy and magical. So I hope people see it as more of an exciting, positive experience, and understand that yes, it might not go exactly how you want. Like, I definitely think, of course, there are parts of the bath which didn't go exactly how I want, but it was still beautiful and an amazing experience, and I feel very happy that she is here so healthily. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say. Maybe, I'm sure there's more stuff I wanted to say, but anyway, I really recommend you to research home births, and also birthing pools, which I didn't end up using for her being born into, which would have been lovely. But even having it as a labour, like relaxing part of it, was really, really nice. So definitely look into birthing pools. They're really fun, and you can hire them, so you don't have to keep it. I think that'll be it. So that was part 2, and if you've got any questions, let me know. And yeah, bye.